everyone, today we're taking a look at two MSR canister stoves, the MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxe and the MSR Windburner. They're great canister stoves for boiling water, for dehydrated meals, or hot drinks in the backcountry. It can be hard to decide between the two, but hopefully by the end of this video you'll have a better idea which one is right for you. If you're new to the channel, my name's Roxy, and I'm part of the Adventure Junkies team. We help people like you choose the right gear to get outdoors. If you want to learn more, go ahead and visit the website www.theadventurejunkies.com. Now what you really came for, the MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxe versus the MSR Windburner. If you're interested in learning more about these stoves, you can check out the link in the description for an individual review of each stove. Both these stoves are really great products that will work really well in the backcountry for boiling water or even simmering a little bit, but they are two totally different designs. This is an all-in-one design canister stove, so everything you need is included in this nice little, I'd say bigger-ish than an Nalgene size, whereas this Pocket Rocket Deluxe, which you could possibly fit in your pocket, probably, just comes with a pot stand. So you will need the fuel and the pot separately, and then the pot will balance on top of this and you'll screw the fuel into the bottom here. So let's pull this one out already. This is all you get with the MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxe, and then let's see what is inside the Windburner. So we get a cap. This has a pour spout for if you're making noodles, as well as a drinking spout. Here is a fuel stabilizer, so this clips onto the bottom of the fuel under here. Also comes with a drinking cup. This drinking cup is 12 ounces. And then here is the burner unit. And you will attach the fuel right here, and then this clips in on the top. Like that. So two very different systems here. So the MSR Windburner is sort of the answer to the Jetboil Flash. It's MSR's answer to Jetboil Flash. It has a lot of similar features, but is also different in many ways. If you want to learn more about how the two are similar or different, check out the link in the description, and there is another comparison video of the MSR Windburner versus the Jetboil Flash. So lots of features on this one versus the Pocket Rocket Deluxe. The MSR comes with a 1 liter pot. You can also purchase a 1.8 liter pot if you're cooking for bigger groups. You still need to stay within the MSR family to fit it on top of this burner unit, so you can't just use any old pot like you can with the Pocket Rocket Deluxe. It has a pressure regulator, no igniter. The Pocket Rocket Deluxe also has a pressure regulator, and it does have an igniter, so two big differences here. The other biggest difference is obviously the pot being included or not. So let's hook this up to some isobutane. Both of these use isobutane fuel, and they just twist onto the top here. With the Pocket Rocket Deluxe, you will need to remember to bring the fuel as well as a pot. With the Windburner, a smaller fuel canister will fit inside of here. I have sort of a medium-sized one. And you need to remember to bring a lighter with the Windburner. So both sort of have items that you need to remember to include as you're making your packing lists and getting ready for your trip. So the Windburner here, obviously a bigger unit. Without the fuel, it weighs 15.3 ounces or 433 grams. On the opposite side, without the fuel and the pot, this is a tiny little 2.9 ounces, which is only 83 grams. So 2.9 ounces, 83 grams, 15.3 ounces, 433 grams. So we do have a huge difference, and that clearly makes the MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxe better for fast packers or minimalist backpackers that are looking for a smaller cooking system, as opposed to this whole system here that weighs 5 times as much. The Windburner here is $149.95 versus the MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxe is $69.95. So if price is an issue for you, the MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxe is your pick. You do get many more bells and whistles with this MSR Windburner, but it really depends on what you're looking for. We mentioned packability when we were talking about weight of these things, but obviously the Windburner Deluxe is going to be way more packable. It comes with this pretty sturdy case with a drawstring, so you really can stick this in a Pocket Rocket Deluxe. It stands by its name, whereas the MSR Windburner is much larger. I would say the size of a bigger Nalgene. You're definitely going to need to take consideration of space and where you're going to pack this in your pack, whereas this can just be sort of thrown in anywhere in the brain. You don't really need to arrange anything around it. So both stoves will work to boil water quickly. The Windburner may have an advantage here because of its enclosed radiant heat design. So the burner for the Pocket Rocket Deluxe is right here, and while it does have a concave area here to protect it a little bit from the wind, the Windburner has this whole screened area which will really help it be protected from the elements. Both have pressure regulators, so they're both going to do well at cooler temperatures and high altitude and get that nice simmerability if you are looking to cook things other than just boil water. So other than just like blasting the pot at the center here, you can get a simmer and maybe do some scrambled eggs or some beans or something a little more advanced than boiling water for hot beverages or dehydrated meals. In terms of fuel consumption, the MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxe will use an 8-ounce canister, which is this size, in 1 hour, and the Windburner will use an 8-ounce canister in 1 hour and 35 minutes. So the Windburner is more efficient in using the fuel, so you will get more boil time with the Windburner than you will with the MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxe. If you're enjoying this video, go ahead and hit the like button so more people like you can find it. All right, so let's light these two up and see how they sound, look at their stability, just do a few extra little tests to compare the two. Once again, we need a lighter for the Windburner, whereas this has its own igniter. Also, you never want to light any of these canister stoves without water in them, so we'll get a little water in there. Okay, let's light up the MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxe and listen to it. Okay, it's a little loud. And then let's check out the simmerability here. So we're going really low. And it's still on. And we're off. So that does have a pretty nice simmer on it. Stability wise, pretty stable. You're going to want a flatter surface to use this on. And be careful with this because it is not attached. So it will move around here if you're not careful. And once there's boiling water in it, it becomes really dangerous. All right, let's check out the noise level and simmerability on the Windburner. And we're lit. So there is a line in here which shows you when you're lit. It burns orange. It's a little metal line. So on this one, the pot locks in. So you've got much more stability going on with any boiling water. Turning it all the way up, and it's much quieter, and that's because the flame is tucked in there. You get a much quieter burn with the MSR Windburner. All right, and let's turn it down and see the simmerability. It's still on, and I can hear it. And it's off. So we have a good simmer with the Windburner as well. Now let's do a boiling test. We're going to boil test both of these inside to see how they function at the best possible conditions, and then do one outside. And it's slightly windy today. I don't know if you've heard any of the wind through the mic, but there's a little bit of wind going on. So we'll see how they function with some windy conditions as well, and come back and see how they do. right, so we're back from our boil test, and we had a big range here. The MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxe was 1 minute and 42 seconds inside and 3 minutes and 40 seconds outside. And the MSR Windburner was 2 minutes and 15 seconds inside and 2 minutes and 15 seconds outside. So the Windburner design here really does a lot to protect it from any elements coming in, any wind. This is going to be a really reliable stove if you have inclement weather, if you are climbing a mountain or you've got huge storms. This Windburner seems to be pretty reliable, burning or boiling at 2 minutes and 15 seconds. On the other side, the Pocket Rocket Deluxe here, while it did really well at optimal conditions, we've got a much longer burn time outside with a little bit of wind, and that's because of this exposed flame here, which is very different from the setup of this Windburner. All right, so let's do a recap here. Price-wise, the MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxe is gonna be cheaper than the Windburner. Boil times, in optimal conditions, the MSR Pocket Rocket is gonna boil faster, but any variable conditions, the Windburner is going to have a more controlled and reliable burn. In terms of ounces, the Pocket Rocket Deluxe is way smaller. You can slip it into a back pocket. The Windburner, you're going to have to make sure you have a space for it in your pack. It probably wouldn't fit in the brain. You're gonna have to stuff it somewhere, maybe one of those big drink holders. It is about the size of a larger Nalgene. So the Pocket Rocket Deluxe wins out on size-wise. Both these stoves are really great stoves. They're just great for different reasons. The Pocket Rocket Deluxe here is a really tiny, powerful stove. It's gonna get you boiled water very quickly, and you can fit it in your back pocket. That being said, you do have to bring a pot along, but you could probably pack things into that pot, pat this into the pot, and still keep the size nice and small. It has its own lighter, which is great, but it does have some adverse reactions in windy conditions. So even though it has that concave burner unit, the metal rim around it doesn't do much to protect it in windy or adverse conditions. On the other hand, if you're looking for a really solid stove that's going to boil water just at the same rate every single time, if you're in gale force winds or if you are on a beach or whatever, the Windburner is the way to go, even though it is a little larger. Honestly, I love both these stoves just for different reasons. Someone looking to cut a ton of ounces, save space, Pocket Rocket Deluxe is your stove. If you're looking for a fully all-in-one canister stove that everything's included, the MSR Windburner is going to be a great stove. Both reliable. MSR Windburner is going to do better in windy conditions just because it has this enclosed screen system. Both are going to get you boiled water, and both are going to let you maybe do some simmering, maybe cook some eggs or some beans or something without getting that aggressive hot spot right in the middle of each pot. Overall, both are great stoves just for different things. Happy cooking! Hey everyone, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have ever wasted money on gear in the past or just don't know what gear to buy, I really want to recommend this book. It's called The Beginner's Guide to Hiking Gear, and it has breakdowns and explanations of all the gear you'll need to get safely outside. It's organized into gender, size, weight, what type of hike you'll need it for, and it's really helpful for any beginner out there or even someone who's more advanced but wants more suggestions on how to enjoy your time outside. You can buy it at Amazon, and it's available in both paperback and Kindle. Go ahead and click the link below in the description and check it out.